saw you guys took the long route, so that's great. So I have a few words to share, and then we'll have our main speaker speak. This is a poem from Dale Carnegie called The Value of a Smile. It costs nothing but creates much. It enriches those who receive without impoverishing those who give. It happens in a flash, and the memory of it sometimes lasts forever. None are so rich that they can get along without it, and none so poor that are richer for its benefits. It creates happiness in the home, fosters goodwill in a business, and is the countersign of friends. It is rest to the weary, daylight to the discouraged, sunshine to the sad, and nature's best antidote for trouble. Yet it cannot be bought, begged, borrowed, or stolen, for it is given away. Nobody needs to smile so much as those who have none left to give. Smile, smile, smile.
I was honored to be able to ask to speak, and the reason I was asked to speak at the Alleghany Lives meeting. I'm a member of Alleghany Lives, and suicide prevention and the way it affects families is something that I care very deeply about. I am a survivor of suicide. When I was younger, my father committed suicide and passed away while I was in high school. And all I really wanted to portray in just a couple minutes is I just wanted to be real about about how suicide affects people who do it, who take their own lives, and also the people around them. And groups like Alleghany Lives that work to educate the public about suicide, about depression, about the things that affect their daily lives, they're so important. I know all of you are from this area, and you kind of know the way of the mountain folk here, and that is that we typically don't go get help. It is our way here to take care of our own, take care of your own family, and it's very difficult to get out of that mountain heritage and that pride of taking care of your own folks and reaching out somewhere else for help. I'll share very briefly my story and how it impacted me. When I was 14, my mom and dad split, and in that instant, I saw my father go from the major influence in my life and the strong rock that I knew. He sank into an immediate deep depression. And at that time, there was help available, but very few people knew what it was. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know there was help available. I didn't understand depression at all at the time. And although he sought a little bit to try and get some help, and he sought for medication help him sleep or whatever, and those kind of things. But I didn't know where to direct him, and neither really did anybody else. It was a very difficult time, 6 months or so of just a deep wallowing depression. During that time, I knew that he was suicidal. I didn't really know who to talk to about it, but I knew it. There were multiple times that I went over to his house and unloaded a gun. The gun laying out on the table. And I knew I wanted to help. The only thing I knew to do at that time was just take the guns. I can remember very well the day because I was in Spanish class at school. An announcement came over the intercom for me to come to the office. So I went down to the office, and my uncle there, an uncle that I know and kind of close to, not anybody that would normally pick me up from school. And so I knew something was probably up. He worked for Pepsi and drove a transport truck for Pepsi. I was excited because he drove his truck to school, and I got the first time I ever rode in a big truck. I got to ride in it to go home. I knew I should have wrote it down because I want to mention something that I missed. I had unloaded a gun several times, 3 or 4 times. But I had gone through, I started seeing my dad get better. I started seeing him pulling out his depression. And so I started to feel better about the situation. I went over to his house and I noticed that up on the kitchen sink, above the kitchen sink, I knew that he had been getting medication to help him sleep. But there were 2 full bottles of sleeping pills. And I knew if he'd gotten the second bottle, there was a refill. The first one he hadn't been taking. And I saw him there. And the same instinct hit me that hit me about the bullets. I almost took them, but I didn't. And the reason I didn't take them is because I very much thought that if he got the strength and wanted to take his life, that I thought that'd be a very peaceful way to go. And I left him there. It was 2 days later that he took more than 1 bottle of sleeping pills and took his own life. That experience shaped me who I am. It's one of the reasons that I'm so passionate about getting help. It's one of the reasons I work in mental health. I work because I want people to get help. As far as the effect on me, I was completely emotionless for 7 years. From the time I was 15 to the time I was 22, I didn't feel emotions. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I didn't deal, I never cried on my father's death. And it was a profound impact on me because I felt like I had to be strong for my family, for the people around me. I felt like it was the right thing to do. So, on the backside of suicide and on types of issues, there's still people that need help. The survivors need as much help as the victims do. And it made a profound difference in my life. You know, I lost a lot of things because I didn't have the ability to express emotions during that time. And when I got it back, it was still a long, struggling process. It wasn't something that was day and night by any means. But I'm very thankful for the experiences that I've had because it helps me to help other people. But really, all I wanted to do was just kind of to be real about my story, to not hold anything back and tell you exactly what happened, and possibly facilitate some discussion about maybe some other folks that had some experiences that were similar or that were completely different. There is a dire need in our county for help for people, and there's a dire need for education so people know where the help is and how to get it. Because even if, you know, all the help in the world is there, people don't know how to get it. It's not going to do any good. So I'm very thankful to all of y'all for showing up today and for helping to raise awareness about suicide prevention. It's not a fun topic. It's not something to get up and I know that it's not exciting to get up on Saturday morning on the most beautiful day we've had all year to come walk and talk about suicide. But thank you for helping raise the awareness. And if anybody else has any stories or anything they'd like to share, please feel free to do so. It's just what I want to say this morning. Thank you.
The life of my baby brother, Denny. He took his life by suicide 12 years ago. My father was suicidal. As Shane was talking about, I was a young teenager. My dad was hospitalized and was suicidal, but survived. At the age of my dad, when he was hospitalized, my youngest brother became very depressed and struggled for years. He was living in Honolulu, Hawaii, and we talked on the phone a lot. He was hospitalized and decided after his hospitalization that he would move back here and live with me. And he was packing to come home. He would call me and ask me what things he should put in the trunk, what he should leave. I knew that even if he came home, there was no guarantee that he would make it. I knew it. He was at high risk, and but I thought he was coming home. And he called my mother that Saturday morning, and talked with her very calmly. Planned it very carefully. The autopsy showed, he was clean with any medications, any drugs, any alcohol. He was obviously he knew what he was doing. He died by hanging himself. It still hurts. I still miss him terribly. As Shane was talking about we focus on the people who need the help to hopefully prevent suicide, and we certainly need to focus on that. Those of us who are left as survivors need help as well, and we're working really hard in this group to try to learn how to reach the survivors, because I believe that by helping the survivors, then we will help prevent further suicide. It is genetic. I really like the poem that Sherry read today, because what I try to remember to do is look at his picture and smile. I really do. I think it's really important. I look at him and I smile, and I remember his life, and I honor him today, and want us to remember a family who's in grief today, and keep them in their prayers.
As I listen to these stories, I can't help but think of all the experiences I've had, as well as Carol's had in our work, either as clergy or in the funeral home profession. We have to reach out and do what we can to bring comfort, to give some kind of words that make sense. Usually what I have experienced is that nothing you say makes sense. You just have to be there. I was serving a congregation in the Midwest, and we had uncovered with the help of the police that there had been a suicide attack in high school. This had happened some years previously in that same community, and it was repeating itself once again. And we had a young girl in our congregation who did the same thing as her brother. And I have discovered that once an individual makes up their mind to it, there is practically nothing any of us can do to stop it. But at the same time, it encourages us to to be sensitive, to be more sensitive, and to do what we can to reach out with a word of acceptance and understanding and compassion to do what we can to be a friend. And, I think our little circle here today, we just want to be a friend to you as well, knowing that we do understand. It's very painful.
One of the things I hope we can accomplish, I've had someone who's a better job of reaching out to us about. And I think we can do that. And it's, the more we do this, the more aware people pretend that we are available, and we educate and educate and educate. And I think we can make a real difference. So far, prevention, I'm very skeptical. I've been through too many, so many. Sometimes they can become very shy, sometimes they're not. There's a 25-year-old being buried today. Had another one a month ago, and basically for the same reason: family problems, no job. And I was telling Pastor Bob that I have a great fear between now and next year, going through the holidays, and particularly among the males, the ego thing, who we don't have. And as holidays come on, people have less to what they think to buy their family, money to buy things for family. This would make a big impact. We have a lot more resources now than we've ever had since I've been here. I'm just thankful for this group. It's the most positive thing I've known since I've been here. Started last year. Started that. Impact from
there were three things that came to mind. I'll try to remember. One is that the majority, I don't remember the exact number, the majority of people who suicide have been to a doctor's office in the month prior to their suicide. So that was the onus on us to be aware. Most people, like Shane experienced, are on their way getting better from depression and suicide. So this is the most critical time to be alert, to be aware. And what was the other thing? Well, maybe I'll think of the third thing. But there is. The third thing is that there are sort of these two modes. One, like you say, is sort of whatever you do is not preventable. People have made up their mind. They're very calm. They know exactly what they're going to do. But there is a measure of impulsivity, and I think you sent me an article to Sherry about one of the things that's important in prevention is to take away the opportunity for impulsive behavior. So removing the pills, unloading the guns, keeping people away from bridges can have some impact. So I think there is some positivity that we can take away in terms of prevention. That we just need to be aware, we need to think about it. So.
Jack brings up a very good point, something that I actually meant to cover, but I totally forgot about it, is that when people are in their deepest depression, they don't have the energy to commit the act. And that's the biggest mistake, the mistake that I made surviving now, and the mistake that people often make is only after they're getting better, after you see the signs of coming out of that depression, that they actually have the energy to carry out the act. And but usually when they start coming out is when their support around them drops out. That's when people start thinking, oh, they're finally getting better. We don't need to go take them supper tonight, or we don't need to go. When that support drops out, they have the energy. It's an impulsive thing, and only takes a second to get back into that depression, but now I've got the energy. So it's just something to be aware of, and if you know someone who's in danger or might be in depression, it's very important for them to get the help that they need. And there's lots of help available. You don't have to do it on your own. That's the hard part. A lot of folks think I need to do it on my own. It's my family I need to take care of. But there's a lot of good help out there. You don't have to carry the burden yourself.
If you know who their doctor is, if you know who their therapist is, you can always call them and give them a heads up. They may not be able to say anything to you, but you can say whatever you want to them. And I call crisis frequently and say, hey, heads up, so that they're on the watch. When I'm on the watch, when I call the case managers and say, hey, yellow flag here.